What is going on YouTube, and welcome to my flipping series. The objective of this series is to get 1 billion GP from flipping on Runescape. So before we get started, I just want to go through a couple of things real quickly here. So the first thing is I'm working with about a 600 mil cash stack. However, to make this flipping series exciting for all types of Runescape players in the community, I've decided to include large flips, small flips, and medium flips as well. I've also included flipping utilities here on the right side of the screen so we can track our progress together. Subscribe. Okay, so let's get started, guys. We got these dragon knives P++, and this flip here is actually super interesting because if you go ahead to GE Tracker, I'm gonna show it on the screen here right now, you can see that if you filter to month, quarter, and then year, that this is like an all-time low for the last 12 months for the prices. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean by this. So we're going to filter the graph here to year, and we're just going to come onto the screen here and see here where it says June of 14th 2023. We're going to follow this graph across, and the price is always between 6.5 and 7.2 with one other dip in November. But other than that, we're expected, because of this information that's provided for us, for this price to ultimately rise. Now, this isn't one of the normal flips that I'll be doing, but I wanted to explain this one, guys, because this one will probably make between 30 and 50 mil once the price rises. Alright, so going back to our list here, we were also able to buy some Treasonous Rings, and just because this is the start to the series, I'll just explain how I'm going to format these videos. So the buys that go through and the buys that actually make money is what I'll be focusing on, and the other things like Yellow Bead or Divine Super Combat Potion on the screen here that didn't really get enough volume to matter, I'll just be skipping over those offers. So while I was setting my buy offers, the Treasonous Rings have already started to sell over here. 4 of them have already sold. We got them for 135k, and we're now selling them off for 187k, and once this is done, it'll be 277k profit. So for those of you that are either beginner flippers or intermediate flippers, you won't know this yet, but what you're gonna want to do is continuously cycle in and out your items. Everybody has their own timer, but mine is roughly 30 minutes. So what I do is I usually place offers, let them stand for about 30 minutes, and if I don't get enough buys, I move on to the next item. So one of my go-tos when I log in for flipping is potions. So I went ahead and checked out the potions, and I found prayer pots were actually low right now. So I went ahead and I put in my offer for the potions, which was 9,080 coins. And then I saw on GE Tracker that within the last 4 hours, it was spiking up between 93.50 and 400. So we were well safe with an offer even below that price to be able to sell these back. Alright guys, so we were able to buy all of our prayer potions, and it didn't take too long. I think it was roughly 10 minutes. This is why I love potions. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna buy one here at max price so I can see what the highest buy offer is. Now you can also use GE Tracker, but this is better for beginners because everyone's least favorite subject was math as a kid, so it could be hard to read those graphs. So now we've got the highest buy offer here, it's 93.50. So we're gonna go ahead and undercut by 3 coins here to make it 93.47. And guys, you can actually see how fast it's selling here, and you can also see that total profit rising up like crazy. Definitely check out all of those potions. Alright guys, and it took about 8 minutes, but we've sold all of our potions, so we added 340k to our total profits here for a total now of 628.2k profits. Alright guys, so let's take a look at our next set of offers here. So with Valamor coming out, it's very obvious that the new items for Valamor are going to be very volatile. So I had a look and I found the perfected Quetzal Whistle blueprint, which was going for 100.8k and selling at 139k. And this one was actually really funny because it was selling faster than I was buying them, so I would just cycle back and forth here. But you could see I was making quite a bit of money, as on the right I was making 113k just by selling off 3 of these. Also on the bottom side here, I got my snape grass seeds going. I bought them at 65.50 and they've just sold now for 7,200, adding another 114k for a total of 905.6k profit. Alright guys, so it has been a little bit of time, but as you can see here, I got another selling coming through. So we bought those raw summer pies at 13.37 and they're now all selling at 14.49, adding another 489k for a total of now 1.395 mil. So it had been roughly around 6 hours now since the dump on the burnt page, which we did buy at the beginning of this video, but I forgot to mention it. Anyways, we had bought them at 24.35 GP, and we were actually able to just quick sell these for 2,550, adding another 332k to our profits. We also were able to sell another 10 perfected Quetzal whistles. Oh my god, I can't speak, but perfected Quetzal whistles, so that added another 377k, and just like that we were over 2 mil profits. I wanted to show you guys this real quickly. I have a spade icon for all of my longer holds. Like we have some extra Quetzal whistles there. We have our dragon knives there. And the shovel insinuates, you know, digging your own grave. Just in case these don't end up working out. But because there's only 8 slots and these take longer to sell, they're just here for the meantime. It's been a little bit of time. I went to have dinner and relax and watch some TV, and I came back and these were the offers that I chose to buy and sell. So we've been selling the perfected Quetzal whistles, I got it right this time, for roughly 20k profit each, and we've done this now 41 times, and we've now made a total of 1.5 mil just off these Quetzal blueprints. I'm actually really happy with this. I see that almost everything is bought here. So we've bought super blighted restores, we've bought prayer potions, we've bought stamina potions, we bought more summer pies. Have I told you guys that I like potion flips? Anyways, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to actually list all of this stuff, and then I'm gonna show you guys all of their selling offers and how much we made from this. Alright, so I have all my offers in here, and immediately the prayer potions and the blighted potions have sold. The prayer potions were actually a misclick, and unfortunately they only made like 100k. That's actually calculating our other prayer potion flip from like 4 hours ago. But the blighted restores were actually able to make another 257k. So if you've ever talked to anyone in the stock market or anyone doing Bitcoin, you know that saying, sometimes all it takes is that one lucky buy. Well, this is what happened here. I started by casually buying games necklaces as just a normal flip. It was 830 to buy them and 1380 to sell them, which actually, now that I think about it, was already a little bit ridiculously high. But when I actually went to sell these things, they were selling between 4k and 8k, sometimes 6k. It was kind of all over the place. So this was like a combination of buying, like, I ended up with 9,000 of those gaming necklaces, and I was just waiting and selling them at times where the price kept spiking. There was even here, as you can see on the screen, a good couple hundred that got out at 14 and 12 and 11k. That's like the most insane ROI I think I've ever seen on RuneScape. The best part about this big spike is it actually lasted around 2 or 3 hours, which is outrageous, making us able to profit so heavily off of these gaming necklaces. So in the end, we were able to make a total of 4.9 mil on these gaming necklaces, bringing our total now to 8.7 69 mil, and with these potions just finishing up here, it added another 391k, bringing us to 8.8. So now these are our next set of offers here. We decided to do the Treasonous Ring again because earlier it was so successful, and then I put in a bunch of other offers, especially that games necklace, just in case it did spike again. So after the gaming's necklace, it was a little bit dry for flipping for a little bit until I found these Dragonstone bolts. I caught them on a low of 465 coins, and anybody that's ever bought Dragonstone bolt tips before, they know that it is way more expensive than that. So I'm gonna leave it at that until they sell. I did also buy up a bunch of Treasonous Rings, and I'll get back to you guys when they all sell. Alright guys, you can see the Dragon Bolt tips listed in the back here. I was also just casually switching around every 30 minutes, like I said I do at the beginning of the video, when I found these opals at a low of 1460. I guess it's a lucky day for me, so I went ahead and I bought these opals, and they insta-bought, which made me so happy. So I went ahead and listed them for their normal price, which was 1640, hoping to get both of those sold so I can end the video with over 12 to 15 mil. I also picked up on this other Varlamore item here, the Blood Moon Helm, and as you can see I was buying them at 585k coins and then selling them back off for 714, which also is pretty crazy margins. Probably one of the best in this video. And I did the Torstol seeds as well. So I finally made my first mistake of the series. I'm not happy to admit it, but no one's perfect, so I included it in here. What I initially thought was, since they were all buying for 1580 GP, that the sell price was going to be at least above 1500, and I was going to be able to make roughly 500k plus, and there was so many items here that I just wanted to make the 500k and continue. However, you can see that's not the case, and you know, very sad. Alright guys, so just very quickly moving on here because there's not many high volume flips going on. I bought and sold antidotes. I bought 1608 of them for 233k profit. Then I went ahead and I bought and sold stam potions like before earlier in the video, and I made another 150k, and I'm slowly selling these cemetery teleports that I actually got for what I thought was a steal at 1800 coins. But they sell really slow, and they're just ending up taking a spot here. So while they're probably going to make me like 800k, I don't think I would do those again. So after this, I was a little bit disappointed still with the opals. So what I decided to do was I put in a bunch of offers here. I decided to do more, I'm not going to say that word again, the Varlamore item, Forgotten Brews, some potions, and I went AFK for about an hour or two making videos. And we came back on a high, and I was able to make 13.3 mil. So that was like 3 mil while I was offline. Like I've been saying this whole video, guys, the potions are the best. So if you're ever feeling down about your flipping like I was previously, just do potions, you know? Alright, so I'm gonna go through the profits here real quick. We made 718k on the Divine Super Combats. We made 770k on the Forgotten Brews. We made 710k on the Divine Bastions, and those stupid cemetery teleports that took 5 years to sell, we only made half of that. So there you go. Potions are definitely the way to go. Thanks again to my 3 monthly subscribers. I appreciate you guys. That's gonna be it for episode 1, guys. I hope you're enjoying this series. Let me know what you think.